Hi there, welcome to a new episode of Phoneradar Talk. I'm Karthik, and today we're going to be discussing about the new Google Pixel smartphones that the company is going to be launching on October 4th. So we pretty much know everything about the device by this time, like all the specification, leaks, rumors, and images, everything. We already have everything about the device. So we're just going to give you a quick rundown of from the start, from where we first saw the leaked images and rumors until now, whatever we have. So when we talk about the first rumor specification, the first thing that we saw that these smartphones are going to be codenamed Marlin and Sailfish, and now we have the official names, that is the Google Pixel and the Pixel XL. So we do have two devices this time around, like just like last year. So the smaller one is called the Google Pixel, and the bigger one, the comparatively bigger one, is called the Google Pixel XL. So essentially, we're going to two devices. So let's talk about what is new about the devices from the last year's Nexus smartphones. So first thing is, obviously, as you know, the name, the Nexus. We don't have Nexus anymore, so these are called the Pixel devices now. Just like we had the Pixel C tablet last time, so now we have the Pixel devices. So that's what Google has decided to do here. Nexus smartphones are not there anymore. So yeah, that's the first change, the first noticeable change that we have. And the other thing to talk about here is the software. So as we all know that the new hardware from Google always comes with the new latest Android operating system that the company has to offer. So last time it was the Android Marshmallow, and this year it's the Android 7.0 Nougat. So that's pretty much the stock Android version that we're going to have in these smartphones. But one thing to note here is that these devices will come with the new Nexus launcher. That's what the name we have. That is a Pixel launcher this time. So this Pixel launcher is pretty much we already have the APK and everything available. The company made it available for every smartphone, so you can pretty much install this in any smartphone. Like currently, I'm this Galaxy A9 Pro. I'm running the Pixel launcher in this, so you can pretty much run it on any smartphone. What is new about this launcher is that you don't have any app drawer icon anymore. So if you want to access the app drawer, you pretty much have to swipe from the bottom and you can get to your app drawer. And the other thing is that the three soft key button that we have, those are changed. We have a different design for that. So these are pretty much noticeable changes that we have. You can check the links for more detailed description on changes that we will cover detail about that. So you can check the links for that. So that's what we are looking at, the difference in the software side of things. Now when you come to the hardware, that is specifications of these devices, these new hardware from Google pretty much offers the best hardware that we have in the market. So this time the Google Pixel and the Pixel XL both will be running on the latest and greatest Snapdragon 821 processor that we have. This is the new version, that the new Snapdragon processor that the company has offered, and that is pretty much the best one right now in the market. And when you talk about other specifications, the Google Pixel will come with a 5-inch display and the Pixel XL will come with a bigger 5.5-inch display. The difference here is the 5-inch will be a full HD display and the 5.5 will be a quad HD display. So that's what the difference here is. And in terms of RAM we are looking at a 4 GB of RAM, and then we're going to be two variants. The one is 32 GB variant and the other one is 128 GB of internal storage. So these are two variants that we're going to look at. In terms of camera, we have pretty much the same all specifications. You can check the links for more detailed description and specification and everything. Now the next thing to talk about here is pretty much the build quality and the design of the smartphone. So by this time, as you know, that we have everything about the device and we also have the images and everything. So probably you can see in the images probably been shown to your display. So we have a new design this time around. We're not really sure is it good design or bad, but we obviously these devices are manufactured by HTC. So last time it was Huawei and LG. This time both devices are manufactured by HTC only. So the design is pretty much a very HTC style. We have a metal build quality device here. Both the devices are built out of metal, so we do have a very streamlined build design, and both the devices looks exactly the same. So the only difference is going to be the size. One will be bigger and the one will be smaller. Unlike last year, you had completely different design for both the smartphones Nexus, but this time it's going to be same, but the only difference is the size. So in terms of design, we just looking at the basic stuff, so you can probably check the links for more detailed specification and the images of the device itself. But yes, that's what we have. And one thing to note here is that since these are HTC built smartphones, these are going to be metal built devices. So one thing to note here is we probably might not have wireless charging. I mean, we never had it before, so we are expecting it to come this time with the wireless charging, but that might not happen because these are metal built phones. So that is something that you should not be expecting. So that's pretty much it. Now when you talk about what in terms of how these smartphones are going to be better than the previous Nexus smartphones, we're not really sure about that yet, because obviously once we have the devices, once we test it, then only we can tell you. But out of the box, one thing we can show you is that these devices are pretty much going to be the best out there. I mean, obviously Android as a software has evolved so much that even basic pretty much any smartphones can handle the Android OS nowadays. So, and when you talk about smartphones with Snapdragon 821 and 4 GB of RAM, so I don't think you're going to go wrong with that. So definitely the performance is going to be on point. And so that's what we're looking at here. One thing to note here is that the last year's Nexus 5S was a plastic built device, and this time around both the devices are metal, so definitely we don't have any cheap materials this time. So both the devices are going to be good in terms of metal build quality as well as performance. So if that's what you're looking into, then you won't have any problem this year. So yeah, that's pretty much what we have. So once you go down to a summary, the first thing is the software. We're going to have the latest software, that is Android 7.1 release. And in terms of specification, we're going to have the best specification available. And in terms of build quality, as I mentioned, it's going to be HTC build smartphone. So build quality is pretty much going to be on point, and as well as the performance is also going to be good. So this is what we're looking at here in terms of the Google Pixel and the Google Pixel XL smartphones. The company will be launching them on October 4th. We don't have any pricing of the devices yet, but we will soon getting to know more about that in probably next 24 or 48 hours. So definitely stay tuned for more info on that. We'll be covering in detail. So yeah, that's pretty much it what we have to talk about the Google Pixel and Pixel XL. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and stay subscribed for more videos like this, and do share this video with all your friends who want to know about these new smartphones. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.